access to more than 300 trusted medications, including antibiotics, ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and antivirals like Tamiflu. Having the right medications on hand means you can act fast when someone starts feeling sick. No scrambling for last-minute doctor visits or waiting in crowded pharmacies. Everything is done online. So you request what you need. A licensed U.S. doctor reviews that order. Then from there, it's the approved medications will ship straight to your door, usually within a few days. It's a practical way to
What's up, Billy, Blade, E2? We are live for, what's up, Sujan? The Trump Hungary Bilateral. There's a lot of FUD going on right now, guys. If you look at this speech on roll call, it's marked as closed press. Okay, so I talked about this yesterday with the C5+1 summit, how it was marked as closed press. I told everyone in the morning stream, do not accumulate yes shares, because there's potential that the speech wasn't going to happen, and, you know, it didn't end up happening. I mean, it doesn't not mean anything, E2, but I get your point. I'm going to expand on that. Like, do I think, you know, this speech is marked as closed press, so people are fudding, you know, is this speech going to actually happen? I mean, I personally think it's going to happen, but I would not advise anyone, you know, buying yes shares right now. You can see I even bought into some Putin shares, then I sold out like an idiot because I got scared that it was going to be closed press. I should have held. Pretty stupid. But I have a few NATO nuclear shares, and then I picked up these no Trump shares. Like, I've never played this strike, but unless there's like significant reason why Trump is gonna. White House does not have stream up. Yeah, but they also haven't started. Sometimes they'll start it kind of late, right? The White House stream. But yeah, I mean, I think the speech is gonna happen. So as soon as I get any indication that the speech is like officially gonna happen and be streamed, or the summit, I mean, then I'm gonna mog. Yeah, I agree, E2. Like, on the Zelensky bilateral lunch, it was marked as closed press. They still did it. So I think people are probably getting a little afraid about that. But you can see that, like, the prices kind of reflect that, right? Things aren't that cheap on the yes side. So I think majority of people still think this is going to happen. I mean, if you look at, like, the buying support at some of these, I mean, it's not super deep, but, like, you can see there's, like, pretty good support.
Wait, you see the president and the prime minister in the cabinet room as they'll have this bilateral lunch meeting.
Yeah, this is happening.
Great to see Viktor Orban in town today. This is obviously a leader that's on the right side of history, stands for all the right things. As if you've been watching, you know, geopolitics or global politics, this guy's on the right side of history, so it'll be nice to see.
I mean, I think it is.
At 3:30 Eastern, the president will depart the White House for a
Can't
trip,
believe I sold my Putin
to
shares.
Florida, of course, back to Mar-a-Lago. So we'll be uploading those videos
Check
a
C-SPAN
bit later. In the meantime,
dude, I had 1K Putin shares at like 70. I'm such an idiot. Why did I get scared? That's such a dumb trade. I should have just held them. That was such a good price. All right, I'm turning it down. Look, I just wanted to listen to what he was saying about the speech. Oh, I need his beanie on. Man, the audio from AP is like brutal. I mean, Putin even at like under 80 just looks really good. Have I found RSBN streams be less delayed? No. I think usually like White House stream, at least for Caroline, I think has been best. But you can always check. Just check the delays on your streams. E2, if he says something while he's outside, no, it shouldn't count because I think they'd break that up as there's the welcome and then there's the actual bilateral. So I don't think anything he says outside until they're actually in the cabinet is going to count for yes. Yeah, Sujan, it should be starting very soon. Hopefully. All right, let's see if there's any other strikes that make sense. I want to load up some no's to kind of balance some of these out. Putin and Trillion you're on, Sujan? What did you get Trillion at? I mean, it's not a terrible strike, but looks like kind of close to fair value. Well, I mean, he does say it a lot in these bilaterals. Good luck, Bomba. Democrat is a lock. Yeah. Democrat looking at like historical. It usually comes up in these types of bilaterals. But, you know, I think potentially yes, strikes could be undervalued. Because, like, you know, coming off all these other bilaterals of like, first, you have people that are thinking this might not happen, which maybe, you know, not acting like it's 100% guaranteed that this will be streamed. But then the other thing is like having the Tokyo and Asian meetings and all those bilaterals in Asia where they were super short and it was like a no fest. There's a lot of good mentions today. I mean, we have Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth later today. There's that, like, Stephen Moran one. Yeah, I want to find some plays I can, like, allocate more to. Wow, somebody's bullish on Trump. Yes. It's glitching out. I pulled that order. Like Pete Hegseth, the one I definitely want to play today. But I guess like this meeting, they're trying to broker a summit between Trump and Putin. That's why Orban, part of the reason Orban's coming. So that's why, like, I definitely like Putin as a strike for yes. Man, negotiation's an interesting strike as well. Put up a small bid. What's up, Drifts Park? Yeah, I agree, Sujan. Putin looks like a no-brainer. Assuming, you know, this is like streamed. So I guess as soon as there's confirmation this is streamed, there's probably a lot of strikes here that I'd want to kind of mog. Definitely take any crypto no strikes that I can get. I don't know where this would come up. Ceasefire? I probably like no on ceasefire. That's the type of strike that you kind of think would be like you're on no Trump musty. Yeah, I mean, look, maybe there's a reason he's going to say Trump this time. I don't know. I just was looking at historical. Like, it's, you would think Trump says his own name more, but I don't know. I mean, somebody's pretty confident he's going to say his own name. There's like some big orders there. So maybe there's like some vibes piece I'm missing. DEI yes on the Hegseth speech. Tomahawk yeses when they enter the question space. Have they even like, but, I guess I wonder how much they're going to like talk about the war that, because obviously Tomahawks with Ukraine, probably a decent likelihood. And I mean, it'll be Q&A if anything. Yeah, I'm riding with you, Bonbon. Yes, NATO. But, of course, I got it at a worse price than you. Oof. Man, the way these Putin yes shares look at me. But I should focus on this speech before moving to these next ones. Negotiation. Yeah, I'll eat these. I will eat those. New York and May or no are also interesting ones. I probably like no here. Like, there was definitely an angle yesterday in that drug announcement to see New York yes because of the whole like drugs from London, they cost XYZ number versus in New York. He had dropped that line in his previous drug announcements. So Corda versus Musetti. Man, I gotta expand outside of mentions. So I have like, I posted about it today, but I have like 36K liquid now because I added an extra 20K, and then I have a ton. I still have a good amount wrapped up in elections that are like sitting at 99 that are gonna be liquid soon. I think I gotta start looking into like, I want to do more culture stuff, but I gotta get outside of mentions because I don't need that much liquid cash for mention markets. Plus, I just gotta start running up this port faster. I mean, I know like preserving capital is important, but just feel like I'm leaving money on the table a lot with some of these markets. I got killed personally on the announcer mentioned yesterday. That was like insane. Just that market literally said inches with like 2 minutes left, and then snuck in like face mask, all these other things. Tennessee margin market's going to be juicy. The only margin market I'm in right now, and this one keeps going back and forth, I'm kind of just tailing someone on this one from talking to them. I'm still in on the Mamdani margin one of 9%, in at like 50 cents. Not much, but see, like politics, I don't have a solid fundamental understanding of like politics. Like I don't have a good baseline. So I think it'll be kind of hard for me to, build an edge there. Or it'll just take a lot of investment. There's also climate, but like climate is super sharp just in terms of doing like temperature markets and stuff. I could get back into AI model markets, but like these have just been Gemini every freaking month. Man, this is a super delayed speech. It's like 40 minutes behind schedule already. I mean, this always happens, but do I stream daily for the most part? Yes, I do, Zito. I stream every day on. I'm actually also on X. So I'm on X. That's where you guys are watching from. But I'm also on YouTube and Twitch. So if you guys hate the viewing, I just started streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So if you hate the viewing experience on X, you can. It's also there. But Zito, I do. Right now, I've been streaming every mentioned market, so I don't have like a stream schedule because it's kind of dependent on when there are events. But I'll also do interviews, things like that. So like yesterday, I had on a trader who was actually new to Kalshi, had ran up like 1K to 30K in the last month on mentions. So like pretty crazy story. So I'm going to be doing more interviews. Like Sunday, I'm doing an interview with Grande Top 10 actually. Made almost 50K on culture markets. Just a really big like sharp when it comes to music. I think that'll be a lot of fun. I really like Grande Top 10. He's a funny guy. Nice. I got some fills on negotiate now. Probably size more into this. Vibes are definitely not on my side here with negotiate because, you know, that's what they're going to be talking about, negotiating with Trump, Putin, and, you know, setting up the summit and everything. But I don't know. It just seems too good to be true based on historical frequency. So I'll pick some up. I'll take a risk. Tomahawk might be really interesting since there are reports that Pentagon is directly negotiating with EU, Ukraine behind Trump, and they might deliver them. Like behind Trump's back, you mean? Like Hegseth going behind Trump's back? Or do you just mean like Trump is behind... I mean, he was the one, right, saying he's going to provide them with Tomahawks in his, you know, Zelensky bilateral that they had a couple weeks ago. It's crazy how that issue has like flip-flopped so much. Like when the whole Ukraine-Russia war started, it was like both sides were like in huge support of Ukraine for like a year. Then Republicans stopped supporting Ukraine. Well, kind of, you know, pushed back a bit against supporting Ukraine, while Democrats stayed supporting Ukraine. And then as it's gone on for a few more years, now it's like back to, seems like both sides supporting it. Yeah, you gotta come to New York, JC. It's a fun place, and it's super cheap. Like I'm in a 2-bed apartment that's like 700 square feet. It's only $5,000 a month. Sarcasm. It is so damn expensive in New York. That was really fun. That election watch party, though. It's hard to compare to like election watch party stuff because like I love mentions, right? Because mentions are like immediate, you're either right or wrong. So it's kind of like you can have like election result day every time because it's a mentions. But for like political traders, right, they probably spend like months, weeks predicting all this stuff. And then you have to wait until final election day to like truly figure out what happens. $5,000 is your rent for the whole year, Sujan? Where do you live? Getting jumped. Has Kalshi said they're opening up their markets to global? Yeah, they announced it a few weeks ago, but like supposedly it's fully global now. But I know like certain countries, like I think people in Canada were like telling me they can't sign up. So I think it's supposed to be global, but like some countries, maybe you'll have issues. I don't know. When is Poly coming to the US? I think they're just waiting on the government shutdown. So they got like approved, but I don't think they can launch during a shutdown. And then when they come, they're going to just be, from what they showed before, NFL markets in the beginning. UK, you can't sign up, Sujan? Wow, you're in the UK and you're only paying $5K a year for rent in the UK? That's kind of wild. Yeah, Bliplop's confirming he can access Kalshi from the EU. So you should be able to access it, I guess. Are you using Jupiter, Bipop? Nice, I'm getting some ceasefire nose. Juice this up a bit. Let's check out water. You're in a small village town. So you're in like the countryside in the UK? That's cool. You probably have like a ton of like rolling hills, green grass. It looks really pretty over there. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm British. My mom was born in London, so she's not even a US citizen. I think she just has a green card. But I've still never been to England. I need to go. How much did I start with? I technically started with 5K. But, you know, after I turned like the 5K to like 15K, I then added more money because I was just starting to make a lot. And I'm like, why would I had a bunch of money in stocks and stuff like that. So I sold off some of that, added to, but technically, so basically Nefaris, this 60K is like, this is all profits that I'm playing with. I've withdrawn all my like initial principal. So doing a road to 100K challenge kind of, and now this portfolio matches my profit, which is fun. Because as soon as I hit 100K, it's like, yeah, he is super late, Varun. But hopefully, it'd be cool if they had a market for how late he would be, because they always do that on the Caroline Leavitt speeches. Prediction markets are way more enjoyable than everything on crypto. Yeah, I've never traded crypto a ton, but like it's funny how much prediction markets and crypto are like intersecting. So I'm constantly like, should I try trading crypto? You know, because everybody, whenever they see prediction market content from crypto, they're like, oh wow, you're making like a few $1,000s. Like there's people in crypto supposedly making like $10 million. I mean, yeah, it would just be cool to try crypto trading. I don't know how well I would do at it because I love prediction markets because everything is based off of like true events occurring. So nothing is like with crypto, right? It's like crypto goes up if other people buy your token. I mean, I know a lot of tokens, I'm sure, have like true underlying value and things they're built off of. So I'm not like knocking crypto at all. It's just I love that prediction markets are really simple to price. Well, they're also not simple to price, but you know what I mean? You can like base it off. It's dependent on an event happening. So if people disagree with you, it doesn't matter. It's just who's right, you know? Is that the YouTube AP stream, Sacombe? Yeah, this is. If they launch the White House stream, I'll play that up. What are my thoughts on Trump saying they won't say that they are trying to negotiate a ceasefire? Yeah, I mean, ceasefire is just one of those terms that, like, you would naturally think is going to come up because they're going to talk about Ukraine, Russia, and how, you know, they're trying to do the summit, broker a ceasefire and everything. It definitely could come up, you know, but Trump can easily use a ton of different words. He can just say, like, a stop to the war, or he can say, you know, if you look at historical frequencies, he doesn't mention ceasefire all that much, so. Very hard to win in crypto, too many bad actors. Probably true somewhat. Used to arbitrage crypto. Doesn't work anymore. Yeah, like, that's interesting. That's something that, like, I could see myself doing, you know, because I used to arbitrage exchanges a ton in prediction markets. I mean, it's still a strategy you can use. You can even just arbitrage related markets, you know, if they're correlated. That's like a huge strategy that you can do, and it's especially good if you like lower risk strategies, right? Because you can somewhat eliminate risk. Obviously, there's risk with, like, how each exchange would resolve with resolutions, but man, negotiate's kind of getting jumped up here. Yeah, he is going to be super late. Already on my second Celsius of the day. I just hope this doesn't drag on too long so I can research these other mentions. Because I just need to start getting more money down. Don't know if you can answer this, but you're not using a non-public stream. How many energy drinks? I slam 2 energy drinks a day. Probably on average. I mean, usually I try to just do 1. But my coffee machine's been kind of... We haven't set it up yet. Because we moved it across the country and then it got covered in ants. What do you mean, JC, by that question? Like, these are... I only use public streams. Like the White House ones. Oh, he was asking BitBop. Okay. I think they might be coming. Ooh, man, I can't turn the volume on. It just goes to one ear. Why does AP suck at that? Okay, here we go. Trump's coming out. I don't want to turn the volume on right just yet because it's only coming out of one ear. Your energy drink consumption increased significantly when you had your first larger than 10K month on Kalshi. You just got to lock in. Here he is. Here's Orban. All right. Is White House stream already up? Lock in. Good job, everybody. You crushed it. What did they ask? One question. All right, let's pray they change the streams. gotta monitor some of my open orders. I'm checking if there's a White House stream. Doesn't look like it. Let me see what people are saying in the disc. Fox News stream of X suggests that we see the discussions. Fox is streaming on X? Let's see. All right, let's hope I don't get rug pulled and they just call this closed press. Oh, man. I don't know. What is... This live's over for AP. What is...
My pillow, or I have this or that.
What is Right Side Broadcasting saying?
And he's doing great for securing our elections, meeting with the commander-in-chief, the leader of the free world, talking about the paper ballots, talking about the machines and on. So, yeah, it's 12:28, the bottom of the hour, Friday, November 7th. Let's also talk about the fact that if you'd like, you can donate to Right Side. All you have to do is text RSBN to 801-801, or just go to that rsbnetwork.com/donate. We actually have one other way, too. A number of you actually send, and thank you for doing so, checks via snail mail. And we have a P.O. box for you. And again, as soon as we see the live feed from the White House, we'll be going directly there.
They're sounding like there's going to be live feed from the White House is what he's saying. So I'm assuming they're going to get set up and bring it back. How are these strikes? How low are they going? Let's see. Oh my gosh, somebody mogged these.
And it's kind of your way of saying, you know what?
Wow, so a lot of people are afraid this isn't going to happen. Please, no medical emergencies. Yeah, yesterday's stream, man, that was yeah, but people are, oh my gosh, why didn't I have limits set up?
And we're still kicking. We're going to keep on going. And God be the glory. All right, so 12:30, bottom of the hour.
Oh man, I'm getting fills.
We saw the Prime Minister Viktor Orban. We
Are
will
they
be
still?
seeing again in that cabinet room here momentarily the live feed as the two.
Oh my gosh,
sit there, and as all the
people are thinking it's not going to happen.
Up to par, and then we'll go there live. So looking forward to seeing that. Of course, the pool
Oh my
camera
gosh.
usually right in the
Where
middle,
else can I
so
get
when you
buys?
see that live camera,
People are thinking this is not happening. I think it's happening. I mean, RSBN is saying it's happening.
This is going to be good because every time's good. But hearing the president's opening, statements or comments, he may be hearing from.
Keep
Viktor
going, keep
Orban,
going.
And then.
Holy cow, I'm getting filled.
And then,
We're taking a gamble here.
gets
I mean,
out, and then the two have their bilateral meeting. Again, Viktor Orban.
Are they saying it's?
a great
Maybe.
there in Hungary. A place that
I don't know.
my wife and I
Maybe
actually-
it's not
she
happening.
said at first, she's like, I want to go to Hungary.
Am I crazy? This feels
I wanna
too
go out
weird.
there. She has,
How am I getting these?
a history of family from Hungary, so maybe someday. Hungary would be a great trip.
Yeah, you're probably right, JC.
But we're not here.
I mean, you
for
can't
hearing what
fully
I
trust
wanna
it, but
travel.
I won't size up too big.
Good to
This is
Australia.
definitely a risk. You always
And,
are taking a risk,
South
guys,
Africa.
on any of these. If it's closed press, do they resolve no? Yes, they would, Zito. So there's a risk, right? If they don't stream this whole meeting, yeah, it would resolve no. But I'm So I'm basically taking a risk on if they're going to stream it or not, because if they do stream it, getting in at 50 cents is a huge discount, right?
It's the bottom of the hour, Friday, November 7th. Again, we were live 2 hours
Let's
ago.
see, can I
And
just
if you're
sell
joining
these
us
two
now,
at like
today's a day that if you can,
79?
if you have a minute, maybe over the weekend, maybe you're bored on Sunday afternoon or something, just replay from the beginning. You want to hear what Kira Davis has to say, a great conservative journalist. And, you know, a lot of times people tease their coverage, which is great. It's part of TV. But Kira Davis, man, she was on fire earlier. So was Silk. And so was Carlos Sands with America First Policy Institute.
What did he say exactly?
I want to talk about the fact that if be the glory. That cabinet room here, the Prime Minister Victor, bottom of the hour. We just saw the president and we saw the Prime Minister Viktor Orban. We will be seeing again in that cabinet room here momentarily the live feed as the two leaders sit there and as all the cameras get organized and everything is up to par. Then we'll go there live. So looking forward to seeing that. Of course, the pool camera usually right in the middle. So when we see that live camera,
Right.
it'll be right.
That's
in
what I'm
front of
saying,
Commander-in-Chief.
JC.
And so is
I'm gonna
Carlos
keep
Sands
going.
with America First Policy Institute. So if you want to check it out, feel free. And if you're watching this on replay, thanks so much for doing that. And of course, all of you live right now, thank you again for streaming in as we continue to cover, pretty much 24/7 the news cycle. And
Do you want to get in
speaking of that,
stream,
today is day
Varun?
38 of the
Join Discord.
government shutdown. No
Join the general. I'll pull you in.
Democrat government shutdown. We have to get the words correct because
Join the
that's
general
exactly what's
chat.
happening.
Yeah, join it.
Of course, Nancy Pelosi announcing her retirement on the heels of Mamdani winning in New York. Isn't that interesting? She's probably thinking, oh, now's a good time to retire. This is from earlier.
To purchase Russian oil.
Let me turn this down. Yeah, just join. I'll pull you in, Brune. Join the general. I'll pull you into the stream chat.
President Trump, sir, any chance you'll meet with Putin in Budapest at some point? Should Hungary be allowed to purchase Russian oil?
Yeah, this is risky.
All right, so if you remember, if you were watching earlier, I was giving the inside baseball outside the White House there. Right, so Margot Martin, the great White House staffer with the president, always with great social media videos and other videos.
See, am I getting cells here at 77?
Well, case in point, this is on X. This is the meeting between the two leaders and the transcript, basically, of that question: are you going to meet with President Putin in Budapest? And I don't know about you, but I was trying to read President Trump's lips. I didn't know what he was saying. Well, Margot does. There is always a chance. So the reporter said, President Trump, is there any chance you meet with Putin in Budapest at some point? President Trump said,
Yo.
always a chance.
Oh, it's good.
So there's the answer.
Wait,
And
let
of
me
course,
just
calling
let me
the
adjust your
leader
audio
of
really quick.
the
My mic might be messed
No,
up.
it's perfect.
Nice.
It's perfect.
Prime Minister there, Viktor
Cool.
Orban.
I just
I have
was
like a $20 headset.
No, it actually sounds super clean. I was just adjusting the volume. What is up, Varun? We have never talked. Guys, this is DGen Vol,
Only ta-
who's in the chat right here now joining.
But we've only talked over Twitter.
I know. Man. So what? Okay, we got this speech going on like live. What are you thinking about this? I mean, are you in the same boat? You think this is happening? I mean, based on what they
I
were
think
just
this
saying.
is happening.
Yeah, I do too.
I got filled on Democrat yes at 44 and Putin yes at 54.
Let's go. Yeah, I just
Which
got
I think
7.
before the speech, Putin was at like 78, right? So
Yeah, I just got, and I mean, I think 78's probably like, I don't know. I think fair value of Putin, yes, is pretty damn high. If it's a meeting with Orban, you know what I mean? And they're trying
Yeah,
to
I think
broker
so,
a
too.
deal, like,
yeah.
This is very, very important. What she
Yeah, these are fun. I know people don't like the trading the rules fights, but you know,
I know,
they
I
also made they made a lot of money from it, so you know.
I very rarely do too.
just the other night. This is all about
Yeah, I think
Mamdani. Go ahead.
people don't like trading them, but at the same time, like a lot of those people
I'll tell
did
you,
still
even
make, you
without
know,
race,
a good chunk of their
that's-
P&L from that.
Is
So
For
it's like-
sure. for sure. But definitely, I would not recommend it for.
It's not a strategy, that's for sure. It's like some.
I just wouldn't recommend it for like new people for sure.
Yeah.
Dang, is my camera getting like blurry? What the hell? One sec. Wait, let me just fix my iPhone camera. One sec. But I would definitely not recommend it if you're new, because obviously, like, other people are just gonna be better that have traded these for a long time.
Yeah, I've been trading mentions since they came out on Polymarket.
Yeah, dude, mentions have been around for a long time.
During the rallies.
Yeah, they're in their golden era now.
Dude, compared to back then, it's kind of wild.
It's crazy the volume some of these are getting. Like all the Powell speeches will do like 1 million plus, and then any other big mentions will do crazy volume too. And the different categories coming out too, you know, like NFL announcer markets, all those ones. Yeah, dude, Putin's already adjusting back up to like 80.
Yeah, I'm up pretty good on that, but you know.
Man, I should have bought more. Should have loaded like 1,000, but whatever. I got 750.
Trying to pull up the stream.
Did you have?
But
yeah, go on.
I didn't have anything beforehand though. Is that?
Oh, nothing pre. Well, honestly, like for these Trump speeches, like they launched them. Like, dude, this one's already 250K volume, which is like insane. But
Well, this one was it was scheduled for like 4:30 my time.
oh,
And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna pass on that. And then I woke up on time. I was like, fuck it. I don't know if I can swear on your stream. Sorry.
no, I don't care.
I was like, fuck it. I'll skip class and trade this. And then now I've been up, skipped class, and he's still not on.
I know, dude. These things will get so delayed. Trump and JD, dude, they're always like an hour late.
Oh, there's a big bid at 80 for Putin. I could just take profit right now.
Yeah, wow. Should I take profit?
Hey, don't steal my.
Yo. All right, I'll put in a sell at 81 maybe.
No, you could hit it if you want. I'm probably gonna rip the Putin.
All right, you're gonna hold it. What'd you get in at?
54.
Oh, 54. Nice.
Did you get better price?
Yeah, I mean, I'm PMT. Come on, I got it at 52.
My bad. My fault.
No, but I sold out. I fell for the FUD this morning because I was getting a pretty big size on Putin no or Putin yes before the speech at like 70, and then I started getting scared about it being closed press, and I sold.
It's so funny because I think a lot of people realize that a lot of the smarter guys are in the mentions chat. But then I feel bad because I don't think they know when they're joking.
Yeah.
Like, they can be very sarcastic.
People were fudding the whole closed press stuff pretty hard.
Trying to get cheap prices. I feel bad. I mean, like, I feel bad, but, like, well, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, here we go. He's out.
I didn't do the speed thing.
Let me pull all my orders.
He's run a really great country, and he's got no crime, he's got no problems like some countries do, but probably has a couple of things that I don't know about, maybe that I don't want to know about. But he's a very special person. I've known him for a long time. We're going to be talking trade. We're going to be talking a little bit of Russia, Ukraine. We'll be talking about energy and energy prices. We have energy down to a pretty low point right now in the United States. We're drilling, drill baby drill, we call it. But energy costs are very low. Our general costs are very low. And I just saw that Walmart came out with a statement last night.
Russia,
They've done it for many years. That Thanksgiving this year will cost 25% less than Thanksgiving last year.
Plus NATO,
under
nuclear.
Sleepy Joe Biden. So that's a big difference. That's a big difference. 25%
Nuclear, I think
less
someone was telling me
Thanksgiving.
J.D. Vance is going
And
to
I think
sign
that's a
some
very
nuclear
good
deal
chart.
too
They
later.
include everything
Did you say
that you
you
need
said
for
Putin.
Thanksgiving.
Oh,
So
already?
it's 25% less this
I don't know.
year
Someone bought
than it
all
was
of
Oh,
last
wait.
year. And that's true. That's
Yeah,
emblematic
somebody-
of
Don't listen to me.
Yeah,
Don't
someone
listen
just
to
probably
me.
market
prices.
bought.
Energy prices are way down from what
Damn, I
they were last
should've
year.
sold at 98.
Remember,
Inflation
guys,
is
use limit
almost
orders.
non-existent. We have inflation down to a very low number.
I think-
Whereas Biden, as you know, is the worst inflation in the
Biden.
history of our country.
Yeah.
So we're doing very well. We have a shutdown, as you probably
Shutdown.
know, because the Democrats have gone. They're
Democrat.
crazy.
Man.
They're crazy.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
just.
I had some
But they don't
Democrat.
care if they hurt the country. But
He's fast
we've
firing.
approved it 14 times. We've approved a opening up 14 times, and they keep rejecting it. And I guess maybe they will again. Let's see what happens. They want to have a lot of bad things happen, bad things for our country. We're not going to
should they
give
bid Putin
$1.5
no at?
trillion to people that came into our country.
I don't think he
illegally.
said
One
We're not
it.
cent?
gonna
I don't
do
think he said it either.
To people came
throw
from
a bid.
prisons, they came from mental institutions,
I
and
am
drug
gonna step in
dealers.
front of you to try to
They
sell
want to
these at
give them
98.
medical
So,
care.
You know.
All right, all right.
$0.5 trillion. And we're not going to do other
3
things that they're
cents it is.
requesting also. So I just want to welcome this really good person. You know him very well. He's
We're
a good
penny
person,
jumping out here.
And he's a great leader, and he's loved in his country. And Victor, would
Bro,
you like to say
you
a
gotta
few
stop
words?
talking about this. Look at what's happening to
Thank
the
you.
market right now. Bro, I'm done talking about this. I feel bad. I feel like I might be misleading people here.
White House.
Yeah.
And good to be back.
Imagine
after 6
he doesn't
years
say
away
Putin.
again. To see you here.
That's what I'm saying. Someone just market bought a bunch.
Yeah, guys, I
The reason
always
why
say
we are
limit
here
orders.
to
Limit orders, come
Open a new
on.
chapter between the bilateral.
The only reason why I'm on
relations
Putin's because I
United
got a
States
good
and
price.
Hungary.
You gotta
Basically,
definitely
because
don't
during the Democrat administration,
limit order
everything
this.
was ruined.
I mean, market order this.
After your leaving
Yeah.
president, everything was basically blocked, ruined, cancelled. A lot of harm done by the previous administration. In the last 10 months, President, what you have done, we are very much grateful for that. You restored the old level of the relationship. You improved the bilateral relation. You repair what was done badly by the previous administration. So now we are in quite a good position to open up a new chapter, let's say a golden age between United States and Hungary. And we have plenty of suggestions for today: economic cooperation, military cooperation, and political cooperation. And the main issue, probably, President, you know, we are neighboring Ukraine, which is in war. It's the most important
Wait,
issue for us.
did he say
and
NATO?
We would
I
like
don't
to discuss
think
with
he said
you
NATO.
how we can contribute to help you in your peace efforts.
And
That's why we are
you've
here
taken
for-
a lot of Ukrainians
Yeah, I
that
didn't
needed your
hear
help,
that.
and you've taken a lot of them
All right, I gotta
in your
pay
country,
attention,
and
but-
everybody appreciates
I
it.
know.
Thank you very much.
People are like
We
bonding
do our
words that
best.
have been said.
Thank you very much. Any questions?
Mr. President, are you planning to give Hungary a carve-out on Russian oil, sir?
Oh, he's playing to get hungry.
Mr. Orban has requested an exemption as it relates to oil that is coming from Russia. Is that something that you are prepared to do? And may I ask Mr. Orban a question in regards to
Putin
that?
can come up here.
Sure. We're looking at it because it's very difficult for him to get the oil and gas from other areas. As you know, they don't have the advantage of having sea. It's a great country. It's a big country,
Man,
but they
why
don't
did I
have
have
sea.
stink bids
They
up?
don't have the ports, and so they have a difficult problem. There's another country
I know.
that has that same
I
problem,
need to,
by
like-
the way. But when you look at what's happened with Europe, many of those countries
Didn't,
they don't have those problems.
was it
and
Moonlight or
they
someone else
buy
said they
a lot
always
of
keep
oil
1
and
cent
gas
bids
from
up?
Russia.
I know.
And as they
I'm
know,
just
I'm very
assuming it was
disturbed
like
by
a
that
cost,
because we're
you know?
helping them and they're going and buying oil and gas from Russia. So that question could be really asked maybe more accurately if you talked about many European countries, not Hungary necessarily,
Europe,
because
is he gonna
Hungary
mention NATO here?
is in a different position. But many European
NATO?
countries
Yeah.
are buying oil and gas from Russia, and they have been for years. And I said, what's that all about, right? Thank you. Yeah,
No NATO.
So that will be one of the issues for today, to explain clearly what would be the consequences for the Hungarian people and for the Hungarian economy not to get oil and gas from Russia, because we are supplied by pipelines. Pipeline is not an ideological or political issue, it's a physical reality, because we don't have port, exactly as the President explained to you. So we will negotiate on that point. It's vital for us anyway.
Mr. Orban, there are two pipelines, as I understand it. There's a pipeline from Ukraine and there's a pipeline from from Croatia. And my understanding is that the pipeline from Croatia can provide all of Hungary's energy needs. As a result, why would you need an exemption if that's the case?
So when we discuss that issue, you should separate the gas and the oil. On the gas issue, which is very important for us, 90% of the Hungarian households based on heating system based on gas.
What was the other one that got
So we have only one pipeline delivering gas to Hungary, which is the main pipeline, the Turkish one. What we got from Croatia is a very small volume supplementary gas pipeline. Okay, that's gas. Oil is another issue. So oil is coming from the Druzhba pipeline, which is the main supply, and that is a Croatian one, which is the secondary and supplementary pipeline. We would like to convince the Croatian government to enlarge it and make it possible to deliver more. Under these circumstances, it cannot be the main pipeline. It's just supplementary. But later on, with some big investments, it could serve better the interest of Hungary.
Mr. President?
Yes, please go ahead.
You hear that glass break?
I know.
Many
Crazy.
people see this mission
Man,
not just
this
as
audio
an
is
encounter between two countries,
Horrible.
but
I like want to mute this. God.
conservative work around
Okay, now it's better.
Would you agree with that interpretation? And how do you see the future of Europe in the light of leaders like Viktor Orban stand up to Brussels bureaucracy and the globalist agenda?
Are you from Hungary?
Yes, I am.
I figured. The fact is that he's a great leader, and he's respected all over, not necessarily liked by some of the leaders, but, you know, those leaders have proven to be wrong. If you look at his stance on immigration and other things, you know, if you look at Europe, they've made tremendous mistakes on immigration. It's really hurting them very badly. He has not made a mistake on immigration. So
Still no
he's
Putin
respected by
mentioned.
everybody. He's
Crazy.
liked by some.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I like and respect. I'm a double. I like and respect him.
So I'm chilling.
Oh, you did sell some of yours?
Yeah.
And that's the way Hungary is being led. They're being led properly. And that's why he's going to be very successful in his upcoming election.
Mr. President, you said you were planning.
May I have a comment on that? You know, language is important because the Anglo-Saxon terminology is different from the European one. So to use categories
Wow,
can
Biden was
create some
cheap. I mean, Democrat
misunderstandings.
was cheap.
I would
Yeah, it
like
was
to
like
be
in
clear as much as we
mid-60s
can. We are the
At one
only
point.
only government in Europe which consider itself as a modern Christian government. All the other governments in Europe are basically liberal leftist governments. So we try to do something from 2010 which is different from what the others are doing, even at the philosophical level and at the level of practice as well, as just the President described it, like migration. So we are kind of a special island of difference in a liberal ocean in Europe. And we consider ourselves as a
Someone bought it
modern
up to
Christian
99,
government. That's
okay.
the proper
Why are
category
people
to describe
logging this order book? What is happening?
Mr. President, you said you were.
Am I just super behind?
We're talking
I think
about,
I am.
we'll report on
Looking
that
at
later.
the message
Meetings
chat,
with
looks like I'm
Putin.
behind.
Poon.
We were talking
Yeah,
there we
about
go.
that
Damn,
with
weird.
Victor. He understands
We're
Putin.
way
He
behind.
knows him
Dude.
very well.
I need to get a cable box.
And
I know.
I feel that. I
You know what? I'm
gonna
gonna
let
order
you
one
say
right
what you
now.
think, but I think that Victor feels we're
Oh,
going to
White
get
House
that
stream is
war
live.
ended
Let's see.
in the not
Is
too
that way
distant
faster?
future. Victor, do you want to talk about that?
Well, I'm strongly convinced. So the question is whether we Westerners are unified or not. The problem is that the president has huge peace efforts, which are just splendid and very positive for the European continent and all the peoples of Europe. But at the same time, we are not unified because Brussels and the Europeans has a different approach to the war. So the only
nuclear
pro-peace
NATO are
government is the
tanking.
United States government and the small Hungary in Europe anyway.
Yeah,
All
my
the other
stream is
governments
delayed
prefer
0.
to continue the war because many of them think that Ukraine can win on the front line, which is a misunderstanding of the situation.
I'm pulling up
so
White
it's a
House
complicated
stream.
issue. We will discuss it. It requests not just 2 minutes to respond to your question, but rather than our lecture. Sorry, not to continue more. Than that.
To both of you.
So you would say that Ukraine cannot win that war?
You know, miracle can happen.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, NATO tanking. People are like looking to sell at like 50.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's huge sell orders at like 55.
EU because I'm from Hungary and the EU wants to impose their war
Maybe
policies.
that's a play. What is? I can't find the White House stream.
Crime
I don't
rates
see it.
are very
I got it
low.
up right now.
They're the same as they always were, which is very little crime, because he's kept it the way it should be. Europe, I mean, I don't want to go into individual countries. They're all
Wait, is this way delayed though?
friends of mine, everyone. As you know, in NATO, they voted to
Oh,
go
NATO.
from 2%
NATO
to 5%.
hit right there.
And,
Oh,
you know,
let's
that
go,
nobody thought that
NATO.
was
Dude, there were like
possible.
1,000 shares in the order. How did we not?
Other than Spain, a unanimous
I just
vote.
said, should I buy it?
How did we
No,
not
I
hit
think
that,
that,
dude?
I think they
I used-
respect him a lot.
I should
They
have
don't
definitely hit
agree
that.
with him,
I
but
know,
actually,
dude.
inwardly, I think they
I
probably
still like
do agree.
nuclear
He was
too.
right on
Yes,
immigration.
I was just
but
screwing
there's
around.
not much
They are flooding
available.
Europe with people from all over the world, and Europe is becoming a different place. And I tell the leaders
Let's
all the
go.
time, you
Not
much
better
size on
stop, or
nuclear.
you're not going to have Europe
Yeah.
anymore. It's a very dangerous thing they're doing.
May I have a
put
reflection
some
on that?
bids
So
up on
migration
nuclear.
issue, just for clarification.
Low
In
bids.
Hungary,
See if
the
somebody
number
dumps
of
into me.
illegal migration is like that. It's zero. Because we have a crystal clear system.
So much more
If
pressure on
somebody
stream
would
because I
like to
feel like
come to
anything you
Hungary,
say
first
moves
he
it.
should ask for that.
I'm putting up limit
If you
orders,
give the
guys. Do not
permission, they
market
can
buy
step in.
stuff, okay?
Nobody can
Just
step
remember
in
this.
the
And somebody
without
buys up to 90.
having,
Guys,
having the
limit
permission
order
from
buy
the
if you're ever
also.
going to buy something.
This is the regulation. Simple,
This is so
well
weird.
worded. What is the consequence of that?
I'm not
We are
used to
under
this.
sanctions, financial sanctions of European Union because
Orbán's
we don't
talking
let
sanction.
the
Has
illegal
Trump already
migration
mentioned
to come to
sanction?
Hungary and to the European Union as well.
This could be
So
a
we
sanction
have to pay,
pivot.
just to inform you, we have to pay every day 1 million
If
euro
Trump comments
as
on
a
what Orbán
punishment
is saying.
to the Brazilian budget because we stopped the migrants. This is the absurd world we are living now.
There's
in
some
Europe.
bot just paying.
To both of you.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a bot.
Yes,
Thank
go
you so
ahead.
much. Thank you. I'd like to ask what do you think, what do you believe after this meeting? Can you have
It has to be, 'cause it's
maybe
$3.99.
the European Union will have another opinion about,
Yeah.
just because of this penalty, another
Whenever I
opinion
see these
about Hungary
$3.99 shares,
because
they
of the
always.
immigration and because of this
It's usually, I know,
politics, which
You know what I
is
the
mean?
399 is
not
like a.
that strictly as the European Union.
I mean,
directs.
someone's
What
built
do
a
you
bad
believe?
box.
Yeah,
'Cause
where
you
are
could
you
just push
from?
them the
And
other
from
way.
Hungary.
Yeah.
I do have that conversation with them, and I respect and like them. You know, they're all friends of mine. I think pretty much every single leader in Europe is a friend of mine. We get along really well. They've done everything I've asked them to do with NATO, etc. The only thing they
NATO,
continue
again.
to do is
Yeah,
buy oil from
let's
Russia.
go.
That's not too good. But I told them they should respect
That was
this
a good
man.
play.
They can also learn from.
Yeah, I should have
Victor.
sized up
Victor's
more. But
had
I
a
mean, look,
very
I got
hard
750 at 50
stance
cents. I'll
on,
take it.
More than anything else, immigration or even illegal immigration. He
I need to be
literally has
sizing up.
accepted
I don't-
no one over the years.
I'm such a wuss.
Think of how
Dude, that's the biggest
much
thing
greater these
I'm
countries
telling
would
you
be if they
with
didn't have the
sharps
tremendous crime
on
that
these mentions
has
and
come
stuff.
in
They
with
don't
the
size up because
immigration.
obviously it's hard to take losses.
People
But
just flowing into Europe.
You
They
gotta
gotta
do it.
Stop it. And not only stop it, they have to reverse it. They have to get them out.
I
We've
know.
done that here.
I
we
mean,
have zero people
on all my
coming in
planes,
now. The
I
borders
knew
are
it.
closed. We take people, but we take them legally. But we've done it very strongly, and we're moving hundreds of thousands, millions of people
I need to
out.
grab water.
We
One
had
sec.
of the 20 million people, 25 million. Nobody knows even what the number is. They never knew. Biden had no idea. He had no idea. I don't believe he had any idea what was happening because he wasn't about open borders. But we had open borders, and we had millions of people come in, and they were coming in from jails. They were coming in from mental institutions. They were coming in as drug dealers. We had 11,888 murderers. Half of them committed more than one murder. We're getting them all out. We're getting them out. He doesn't have that problem, but Europe does have that problem. Other parts of Europe have that problem. So, I tell them all the time, I
Like, even
stick
right there,
up
I
for
should've wrote
Viktor
Putin,
Orban. Not a lot of people
but
do
I had my
because
limit up
they're-
at 90.
In many cases,
yeah,
they're
I
jealous.
should have sized
They
up. I
wish
mean,
they
I had
did
an
what he
edge
did.
there that I see.
They would have
Like
no
they were saying that
problems
they're
if
going to
they
record
did
this.
what he did.
I got 750.
And
I
I have
can't
a
be mad
bigger
at
heart
myself
than anybody,
too much.
but they've
I just,
destroyed some of
you
those
start getting
countries.
filled at a
Some
crazy
of those
price, and
countries
you're
had
like,
no
am I
crime
the
10 years
crazy
ago.
one? You know?
Are
And now
you
they
the
have
fish?
quite a bit
Yeah.
of crime.
Exactly.
And I would say that I don't know anything about your crime levels, but I would imagine they're very low.
You got nothing,
Huh?
no other plays
Not too
on
high,
this?
right?
No, I do. I have nuclear, yes.
I had a feeling.
And then I have a few no's. Knock on wood. I'm not bringing up my.
Yes.
Just a
That is
clarification
cheap
as
right
well.
now.
I'm not here to ask how
Oh, and someone bought it.
Trump
Okay.
to manage my
Cool.
conflicts
Why
or
did
our
I say
conflicts
that?
with the European Union. This is our matter. So
Yeah,
we
come
will
on.
do it. What we need is a golden age. To open a golden age.
I heard you go
of the
silent when I
United
said that. I was
States
like, oh, did I
Hungary
screw up?
relations. That's the biggest.
No, that 399 person, dude, is still there. Every time I place any bid, it's just like.
More difficult.
So inside the European Union, we will manage all of our affairs.
Is it? I think it's Kalshi trading.
To
Yeah,
be
probably.
the most possible humble guy, yeah?
Just
But
copy
I'm
trading
the
my
longest
bids.
serving prime minister
Just
of
letting them
Europe.
know
I
I'm a math
survived
major, please
all
hire
the
me.
prime ministers who
Thank you.
attacked us. And
There
I'm
you
sure
go.
we will survive next year. as well. So we will manage our conflicts successfully.
All right, who's this 566 bid? That's not KT. That's someone else.
Question for the
Oh, I
Prime
wonder.
Minister.
No, I'm
Speaking
just
of
kidding.
Europe, last month you said that you would not withdraw U.S. troops from Europe, yet 2 weeks later, the Pentagon announced, decided to withdraw significant number of troops from Romania. So have you changed your
Oh, Romania.
mind,
I was there
or
this
the
summer.
Pentagon
Really?
ignored
Yeah.
your assurance?
No, they don't ignore anything that I say. What they do is
Pentagon
that we
does
make
not ignore
changes.
Trump.
We
Come
move.
on.
It's the same number, total number, but we move people around. I happen to like the Romanian people. I think they're great people. And Pete, you
Gotta
may
tell my
want to
girlfriend that
suggest
Trump
something
likes
right there,
Romanians
please.
people. She's Romanian.
He doesn't like a lot of
It's
people.
all part of the thing that we have of Europe. And
Chow's
there
hoping for
will
the Tomahawk
remain troops
mention.
in Romania, but there's some change in how we rotate and how many we
And
rotate.
the relationship with Romania is very good, right?
Very good, and we've coordinated all this with
Oh, I didn't even
Secretary
notice
General
JD's
Ruta,
there.
with,
Oh, yeah, and Dave
throughout
Hegseth.
UCOM, throughout our allies. Everyone was notified in advance.
The relationship with Romania
Yeah.
is very good. The relationship with Europe is very good. I disagree with what Europe is doing having to do with immigration, but I agree with them on many other subjects. We just signed the biggest trade deal ever made with Europe, $950 billion. We were able to do it because of tariffs. It was a deal
Tariff.
that was good, very
Yep.
good, but we
right,
had a
bring up
very
some
unfair
nuclear
deal.
deals.
We
Come
were treated
on.
very badly before
Come on,
I came
Trump.
into office.
I think it
but
could come up.
We,
They're hitting
we
a
just
lot.
signed. It's
I
the
still feel
single
good on
biggest
it.
trade
I
deal
mean, we'll
ever
see.
signed. So we have a very good relationship with Europe. Yeah.
What
Just
is the main
hits the
dispute with the
desk.
Russians which prevent
Yeah.
the Budapest summit with Putin from
The basic dispute is they just don't want to stop yet. And
They don't wanna
I think
stop
they
yet.
will. I think it's taken
Don't
a big
say
toll on
ceasefire.
Russia. Big toll on both countries, obviously, but it's taken a big toll. They're
Might be too
losing
big of a word for
7,000
him.
soldiers a
Yeah.
week. That's a big toll. And up between the two of them, divided, with Russia losing more soldiers, actually, but they're both losing a lot of people. And that's the primary thing that with me, it's not economic, it's not money. In fact, we don't spend any money. We send it to NATO. They pay us for our missiles and for our military
Another
and everything
NATO.
else. We don't.
Oh, he says
It's not
missiles,
a
but not
question of money.
Tomahawk.
It was with Biden. He spent $350 billion.
Yeah.
He got nothing for it. The war would have never happened. If I were president, the war would have never happened. I think you would agree with that.
I can't believe I
This
didn't
war
load
would
up on
never have
Biden,
happened If I
though.
were president.
If you're
It's
ever talking
stupid that it
Russia,
happened.
Ukraine,
But it
Trump
did
is going to
happen.
nail
I inherited
Biden
the war,
mentions.
and I think
'Cause
we're
it's
gonna
always
get
Funny to
Biden's
keep-
war.
It's been
Not
like
too
a year
distant
since the
I know.
Still.
No question
It's
that
like Powell and
that
pandemic.
time, the name of the
I know.
United States
But he didn't
president
say
would
it
have
last
been
speech.
Donald Trump.
Crazy.
There would be no war between
Pandemic.
Ukraine and Russia. That's clear.
Oh, he didn't
But
say.
what we
What
are
was your
speaking
play
about
that
here
was
is
funny?
more than
Rate.
that.
I think.
Oh,
Because
dude,
without
I
the
had
pressure
no on
coming from the
median
United
and
States,
Dude, I love what you guys do. What does Powell even have to
2002?
do with rates?
The
I love that.
Europeans
yeah,
would
no,
not
that
take
one
outright
hit. That one
what
cooked.
they
I love
have to do
rage
in the
bait
war.
posts.
Remember that big countries of Europe
I already have a
rejected to
rage
be
bait
involved
post
war
scheduled for
than
today.
just sending some,
For what,
humanitarian
inch?
issues. So the
Oh no, there's no
pressure
football
coming
game.
from
No. It's a rage bait post I did of Trump saying Trump, and I'm like, why would Trump say Trump? He's such a humble guy.
I think I said
which was
I
ruined
responded to you. I
and
said
created from here.
what does mentions even have to do with transcripts?
Yeah.
And someone responded, "Are you dead ass?"
Dude, I love it. Whenever my stuff gets picked up by like statistics people or like sports betting Twitter, and then you just gotta
From here. So
troll.
the reason why I'm here to be as much as helpful.
I love it too. Sports betting Twitter hates you.
I know. But I love the engagement. You know, you get so many quote tweets.
Yeah, no, it's funny. They also, because they're a little bit older, they can't tell like the sarcasm. I don't think.
Nobody can believe it, but it's one of those things. And now look what happened. Look what's happened to you.
Plus, they like don't actually. They still view prediction markets as just like sports, so they don't realize like I don't even trade sports.
Russia has not been.
I've only lost on sports. I lost a ton, not a ton. I lost a little on Genji following
Dude, I had AL. Had AL beaten T1, I'd be looking so damn good.
4 years. Should have been 1 week.
And then
should have been over with, but it would have never started.
T1 beat them. That was.
And I would have solved the problem without giving
brutal.
up anything.
Or no, it wasn't T1. Wait.
As is.
Oh yeah,
So
T1 beat
there were
AL.
tremendous
Yeah.
mistakes long before I got there.
I'm trying to trade the CS markets because I used to play a ton of CS.
Already ended.
Yeah, I miss CS:GO. I remember they used to have CS, those old websites you could, bet on
CS:GO roll. CS:GO roll.
Yeah, the OGs.
I think I can do both. I mean, there's no reason why
I could
get
arbitrage
along
skins
well
on
with the
there.
European nations.
Yeah.
That's how I got into trading.
Dude, I ran up a
by the way,
huge
he's a member
portfolio on
in good
CS:GO
standing,
games
I
when I
guess,
was
although
like
they penalize him
15.
every once in a while.
Yeah,
He's a member in good standing
I
with
started
the
betting at
European
like
Union,
15 on
so
CS, and
he's a
then
member.
traded
He's a-
options as soon as
he's
I
a part
turned
of it.
18.
But I get along
That's
great
funny.
with them. I get along very
Don't
well
recommend
with them.
that. You're gonna get
agree with
yeah.
them
No
on
options, everyone. I
immigration
always
much
say
more than
that.
I agree with them, but I agree with a lot of.
And then if you do want to make money,
you
you gotta put up a lot of capital, like
But he
because
he had
options are
a
expensive, so you
difference. I
you
would
sell
say
them
primarily on
generally.
immigration
Oh,
more than
yeah,
anything
yeah.
else, and I happen to think he was right because their whole fabric has changed. I mean, you go to some of the countries; they're unrecognizable now because of what they've done, and Hungary is very recognizable. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. President. Will there be a peaceful meeting in Budapest still this year? What do you think?
All right, Trump.
You mean a
We've
meeting
been
with
nuclear.
President Putin?
Another
You
Putin
mean
mention.
and in Hungary? Well, I'd like to keep it in
I
Hungary.
think he's not hitting as
Budapest.
much as people thought.
That
Yeah.
meeting, it turned
He's gonna
out I
weave
didn't
in
want to do
nuclear.
that
He's gotta
meeting
talk
because I didn't
about-
think anything was
I
going to
don't
be
know.
happening of
This doesn't.
significance.
It seems
But,
like this could go a while. So
if we have it, I'd
Yeah.
like to do it in Budapest. Yeah, it'd be good.
Mr. President, you said many times to support Viktor Orban. Why is it important to win the next election, for example, for the United States, Hungary, and also Europe? Why is it important?
Well, I don't know his opponent. I don't know if he has an opponent yet. At some point, he will. I guess we always have opponents.
Oh, is he going to talk
Not much of an
election right now?
opponent.
Has he
But
not said it yet?
I'll be supportive of him. He's done a
said it
fantastic
already.
job. We've
Oh,
had
yeah.
a great relationship. The United States, look, we had a country that had no leader. It had an auto pen, illegal. Auto
Hottest
pen,
mic
totally
on
Where's
right
the-
here.
where's
and
the
that's
auto pen
coming out
strike?
stronger
I
and
know.
stronger, but we had no.
He could weave in hottest
leader in
here.
the United States.
I-
I mean,
And he's going to say
Hungary,
now we're
as
the
an
hottest
example, had
country.
no
I don't know. I
relationship
feel like
with
he's
the
going
United
to
States,
end with
even
that.
though
I feel like it's
we
coming.
do, billions of dollars in trade with Hungary. Hungary's a big country economically. We do, billions of dollars in trade with Hungary. Why would they give that up? And they gave up so much else. Look, they gave up everything. This country was poorly run. I think if I didn't win the election, we might not have a country, if you want to know the truth. Not a recognizable country. But our relationship was immediately good as soon as I won the election because Victor's one of the people that's highly respected, and we had a
I
great
could see the lead up to
relationship
it.
with Hungary. We do again. That was
Yeah.
an easy one. Yeah.
Do you and
Nope.
Prime Minister Orban agree on ways to put pressure on President Putin to come to the negotiating table to end the war in Ukraine?
I think we agree that the war is going to end. Sometimes people have to fight it out a little bit longer, but I think we agree that the war is going to end in the not too distant future. You want to talk about that, Victor?
All right, still no
I have some
ceasefire
ideas
when he's
that
talking about the war.
I will present it to the president. How to stop it.
Mr. Prime Minister,
People are bidding that down right now.
President, since you brought up the Walmart Thanksgiving meal,
Yeah.
and it is cheaper, but it also contains
Pivoting away from
Wait,
the war. I think.
Walmart?
Well, I haven't heard that.
Thanksgiving?
You're telling me.
What is
Who are
this?
you with? Who
Did
are
I
you
miss
with?
This is all. This is something that has to do with their
NBC.
earning. I don't even know. I missed this,
What a
but I did hear something.
NBC's
about
gone down the tubes along with most of the rest of them.
this. NBC's down the tubes.
between the economy that you're describing day to day and the way many Americans
Why are they asking about economy?
are concerned about
Well, they feel
Imagine
better
you're
about
the
our
Hungarian
country right
president.
now,
You're
other
the
than the
Bilat, and they're
shutdown,
asking about
obviously, which is
America's
caused by
problems.
the Democrats,
know.
could be ended by the Democrats in 2 minutes. They feel much better. We have more jobs.
I'm surprised Trump's
we just
taking
set a
these
record on
questions.
jobs. You do know that. We have more investment in our country than any country in history.
Is he gonna weave
We're
in
over
hottest
$18
here?
trillion
Yeah.
as of this moment, and we're going to be maybe at 20 or 21 trillion by the time I finish up my first year. And there's been no country, China, no country in the world that's done anywhere even
He's
close
getting
to
ready
that
for
number.
hottest. He's getting ready to weave it in.
Your friend Biden, as an example,
The balls
in
to
4
mug it.
years was less than $1 trillion.
I don't know.
We'll be at 21 trillion,
trillion.
in 1 year.
I mean, did that already?
So
Yeah,
there's no
trillion.
country that
I
was
think
even
it-
close to that.
well, he said
and
it
our
once a
country
few
was a
seconds ago. I
laughing
don't-
stock all over the world. We have more jobs. We have
This
more potential.
he's getting
than any
so
other
ready
country.
for. Oh, hottest
And
already
frankly,
hit.
We're the hottest country right now.
We were so
Victor
right.
said to
He
me
just said
before,
hottest.
We're the hottest country
Bro, I'm
anywhere in the world.
such a
Think of it.
bitch.
We'll have 20,
We were
21
spot on,
trillion
dude.
dollars
He was
invested.
getting
We
right
have
in
auto
his-
plants
his
pouring
line.
back in. We have AI pouring
This is my
back
problem.
in.
Like I
We're
think I'd
leading
be at
China
like
in AI
50k
by a
P&L
lot.
for all the times I was
We're
like,
leading everybody
damn, I
in
should have
every
hit that and I
category.
didn't.
There's no
I
category
know,
that we're
dude.
in second place.
You could just tell he's like
so
he
I
ramps
just
up
heard
on.
this
He starts
yesterday
saying
that
like we were the
Walmart
worst
said
country,
that
and then
the Thanksgiving was 25 more expensive,
Oh, I'm such a
25%
little-
more expensive under Biden. That's a big, to me, that's a big number because Walmart's respected. I mean, Walmart is Walmart, and you know they're giving you prices.
Walmart is
So that would
Walmart.
mean
Well,
that
yeah,
the
that's true. That's a
whole
fact.
series of pricing and
Breaking.
costs, you know, the groceries
Breaking
and everything
news.
else, it was a con job. It was a con job. Affordability, they call it, was a con job by the Democrats. The Democrats are good at a few things: cheating on elections and conning
so
people
funny to
with
watch.
facts that aren't true. It was 25%. Walmart just announced it 2 days ago. 25%
Could you imagine being
cheaper
the
this year
Hungarian?
will be
Yeah.
cheaper to have
Is he gonna
Thanksgiving
comment on
than
Walmart?
it was a year ago under sleepy Joe Biden.
I just need to know what the Hungarian prime minister's thoughts are on Walmart.
Affordability is a con job, as you put it.
Say it.
You said affordability was a
Oh my gosh, they're really hammering this econ line.
I talk about it. When did I not
No.
want to talk about it? I talk about it all the time. We are much better than Biden and all of them. Now, just so you understand, do you remember that the Biden administration had the highest inflation in 48 years, but most people say ever recorded? Do you remember that?
Bro, why
Right?
is he even
Do you
talking about
remember?
this in this Bilab?
Did they have
This is
the highest
I
ridiculous.
know.
inflation in
This is
48
like
years?
he usually doesn't take these
Did
questions.
They, just answer
No,
the
that's what
question.
I'm thinking.
You know the answer. The answer is yes. They had the worst inflation in 48 years. We have almost no inflation. We're down now to 2%. And
He's
we'll
getting
be
ready for another
maybe
hottest
1%.
mention.
You want to always stay above 1%.
Oh, we need a
actually.
hottest
You want a little
encounter.
tiny bit
Yeah.
of inflation. We're at a perfect number. They were at the highest level in recorded history. Okay.
He's gonna say
And
hottest again.
When you talk
It's-
about affordability,
it's preordained.
That one fact. Now, let's talk about the second biggest subject after inflation: energy. We're going to be at $2 gasoline. We're going to be approximately $2 very soon. We're a little bit above $2 right now for gasoline. Now, under Biden, it was 4.5. It even hit $5, but it was $4, $3.50. We're going to be at $2 a gallon. So gasoline's much less. Energy costs are less. When you have energy and when you have gasoline less, everything else follows. It's such a big category. So when you have lower energy prices, which I think you admit we do substantially, that means everything else. So
What a
we
tangent.
are the victors on
Yeah.
affordability. But if I watched that election, which I was not much involved in, I didn't support Virginia, the candidate, didn't do a lot of support for the other candidates. They asked me about Cuomo, and I said, well, it's a question.
Is
You
he
want
gonna
a
say
thug
New
or you
York
want a
and
communist?
Mamdani?
I mean, that was my response. So I wasn't involved in that stuff too much.
I should have
but-
looked at that as soon as
but
he
I will
started
say
rambling
this,
about America instead of.
if you look at affordability, which they
Yeah.
campaigned on,
Well, he just
they
passed
lied
over it.
because they talked about
Yeah.
prices are up. No, prices are down under the Trump administration, and they're down substantially. Energy prices are down by 30, 35, 40%.
Nuclear's
is
still
way
pretty
down.
resilient.
And the other big thing is we started, inflation is way down.
I mean, they still got to
biggest thing
talk
is
about, like,
inflation. The second
Hungary,
biggest thing is
US,
energy.
right? Like-
Energy is way down.
Yeah.
And what's also down? Gasoline. Also, the biggest thing is inflation, and it's way down. We took over a mess, the highest inflation in recorded history. Some people would say 48 years. I'll take either one of them. but I believe it's the highest inflation in recorded history. That alone makes it impossible for them to have done a good job affordability-wise. And one other thing, when I came into office, Victor, 2 days into office, they were screaming at me about the cost of eggs. I was there for 2 days. Eggs had quadrupled.
Egg.
And I
Is that a
said,
weekly
listen,
strike?
I just
Oh,
got
is it?
here. Let me check it out. And they were right.
I don't think so.
Eggs had gone up by 3-4 times. Within a period of a few months, we had eggs down to a normal cost. We did a great job on groceries
Man, they've really
and affordability.
been on this whole.
The only problem is the fake news. You people don't want to report
This is
it.
This is
And
ridiculous.
In fact, I'd like
actually.
to ask
I know.
Caroline. Where's Caroline? I'd like to ask Caroline a question. Where is she?
No, he'd like to ask Caroline a question in his bilat
She
lunch.
deserted us.
Get Caro
She
on here.
deserted
Come on.
me. Our great
You know what?
Caroline
He's like, you know
superstar
what?
deserted me. Anyway,
You get up. Let Carol stay here.
she's right outside.
Oh, he just dropped Trump.
She
I
was
missed
going
it.
to talk about because the fake news yesterday. They
Where did
talked
he
about
say
that.
it?
They said, "Oh, I don't want to talk about affordability." The reason I don't want to talk
I
about
missed it.
affordability is because everybody knows
Under Trump
that
administration,
it's
he
far
said.
less expensive under
Did he
Trump
have
than
Trump?
it was under Sleepy Joe.
Oh, he
Biden.
just said
And
Trump
the
now.
prices
Yeah, I
are
was
way
on
down.
no on
Caroline,
Trump.
Could you discuss that question that was asked and
Well, there
how,
goes the funny
how
tweet.
it was asked in
I
such
know.
a
Still up on this?
fake, disgusting
Let me
manner by the
delete.
fake
Yeah,
news.
I mean I am. I mean hopefully nuclear comes in. Oh wow.
Refuse to address, sir, what you just said, which is that you inherited the worst inflation crisis in
I'm getting
modern
people
American
so far
history.
ahead of
You are
us
fixing
right now.
it in 10
Normally I'm not
months.
that far
Your
behind.
entire
Yeah, let me
administration
speed up.
has been tasked with this effort, from Treasury Department to Agriculture Department to the National Economic.
Hopefully
Trick
people
is to get it
dump their nuclear no shares.
He signed the largest middle class tax cut in 6 months. In 6 months, in record time, putting more money back into your people's pockets. So affordability is what the American people elected this president to do, and he is doing it. And you guys refuse to cover it, and you refuse to cover that the previous administration created the worst unaffordability crisis in American history. And I've been watching the TV all day, saying that he doesn't want to talk about affordability. That's what he's working on every day. And
That's what I'm talking about right now. But you know why they refuse to cover it?
Can I get
Because
her
they're
for
fake
someone?
news. That's why. Go
Can I
ahead.
get her someone?
Sure.
Oh, Orban's jumping in.
Caroline,
Oh yeah, he said.
the
he said, "Can I
Prime
get
Minister
her?"
would like you to work for him in Hungary.
Please consider.
She's-
Please consider.
You know what? That's a very good decision you just made. Please don't leave us, Caroline. Yeah, please.
You spoke to Republican
Oh.
senators. They do not
Stream lag.
right now getting rid of the filibuster.
That's too bad. They're making a big mistake. That's right. No, but they're coming my way. You're right. Wait a minute. The way to do it for the Republicans is to terminate the filibuster. They call it the nuclear option. This is the second form
Here we
of
go.
nuclear.
There we
Very
go.
good. Very good.
Oh,
This is a
nuclear
good
right
form.
there.
This is not
Boom.
Nuclear.
Let's
I've
go.
been in favor of that a long time ago, but you
Yes.
know the Democrats are going to do that.
Hell yeah.
Most of
Let's
you will
go,
admit the Democrats
Chat.
are going to do that. So why
Oh, I
aren't
should
we
have bought
doing
them
it?
at 2030.
I had a
I
bid up
think
to try to
only
get
a
it if
foolish
people were
person
dumping.
would
Oh,
be
I wish I
against
could have
that,
sized up
especially
on
when you
nuclear.
realize that these are crazed
Nice
people.
though, dude.
These
My
people are
three big
absolutely
sizes:
crazed.
nuclear,
Trump
NATO,
derangement syndrome,
Putin.
whatever it may be.
We are looking good on this.
And
Only
I
thing so
am
far is
totally in
Trump.
favor of,
No, we lost on.
terminating the
Let's
filibuster,
go.
and we would
Yeah,
be
that's
back
all I
to
got
work
for the
within
stream.
10 minutes
I
after
mean, for
that
the-
vote took
this-
place, and
this
lots of
event.
Oh,
other
yeah?
good things would happen. And it
let's
doesn't
see.
make
No, I
any
don't have
sense
anything
that a
else.
Republican would not
Well,
want to do
they
that.
could be wrapping up. So that's what I'm trying to see. How much longer do you think
Here's
this
Here's
is
some
going
of
to
the
go?
things that we'd pass if we terminated the
I mean, they barely
filibuster.
talk.
Voter ID.
They're talking about
No
American
mail-in
stuff,
voting.
so
No
it's kinda
cash
weird.
bail. No men
I have
and
no
women's
idea.
sports. No
What is
welfare
he saying
for
now,
illegals.
dude?
You could go on and on. This is two
Okay, I'm not
pages of
very-
things we'd do
I've
if
only
we did that.
started learning
Without
about
it, I
politics
don't know
based
that
on
you
who
pass
has
anything
mentioned. So
because you can't
who
deal
is
with them.
Stephen Moran?
They're really irrational. They really are. But
He's like, I
was
guess some
happy
VC
to
guy. I
see
don't even
that
think he's political,
a
but I don't know.
tremendous
I thought the
liability
same
to
thing.
this country, a woman that made herself rich in this country, Nancy Pelosi, has quit, and she'll be
I don't
out
wanna
of here
learn
pretty
about it.
soon. And that I
I
consider
know.
that
Every
to
time
be
I
a
see
great
new
asset
mentions,
for
I know
America.
there's like a
Getting
ton of
around-
money
yeah,
in it, but I'm also like,
If
if it's not like a Trump speech
I don't
or a
know.
Powell
We'll see
speech,
what they
it's going
have.
to take
I
so
mean,
much
but-
effort. You know what I
but
mean?
they're very destructive
Yeah.
for the country. NBC, fake news.
I've
I'm not
definitely
taking you.
noticed
Go ahead.
earnings too as people catch on to the transcripts. Like it's way less mispriced. Like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, normally I would say, well, a little bit, but the reason that I'm not is because if they ever took over power, they'll do it. Look, Joe Manchin and Sinema are two people that are no longer in politics because of this issue. they were opposed to what the Democrats wanted to do. They wanted to terminate the filibuster. They were
Oh, look,
opposed
you
to it.
had Duck on
They're
your
no
side
longer in
on
politics,
nuclear.
again. The Democrats
Oh, yeah?
will do this. So if the Democrats are going to
Yeah.
do it, I'm saying Republicans
Where's
should
Duck
do it
saying
before
that?
they get a chance. It's very
the
simple.
mentions
And
chat.
Oh, yeah?
if we do
Let me
it,
see.
we will never lose the
said he was
midterms,
worried
and
about
we will
nuclear and
never
even
lose the
sold
general
some.
election, because we will have produced so many different things for our people, for the country, that it would be impossible to lose an election.
AI bubble. Are you worried about an AI bubble?
No, I
Honestly, if
love
you want to learn
AI,
how
I
to trade
think it's
mentions,
gonna
being in
be
that
very
chat,
helpful.
not copy
So many
trading,
things
but
are
being in the
happening
chat,
with it, and in addition to
is
which,
super
we're leading
useful.
China, we're leading the world in AI. We're building massive electric plants that the companies themselves are building for their plant. I've given them the right, because we need so much electricity for that. It just the word is electricity,
Yeah, guys,
believe it or not.
Kalshi Mention
Double
Market
the
Channel
electricity that we
is
currently have
really
in the country
helpful.
for just
I
the
highly
AI
recommend
plants.
it.
And I've allowed
They joke a
those
lot, so
companies
I wouldn't
to
copy trade.
rebuild
Like
Yeah.
I feel someone yesterday. I'm not
electric
even. I'm not gonna
plants
dox them,
along
but
with their facility.
yeah,
We're
don't
getting
copy trade.
approvals
But
done
you know,
in less than a month.
you can learn a lot
sometimes in
there.
2 weeks.
Do not
for
copy trade, guys.
massive,
Yeah.
beautiful,
Don't copy trade
massive
me
buildings.
either.
And no, I'm totally in favor of it. I think it's really going to be the wave of the future, and we're leading the world.
yeah, I mean, this guy
We're
thinks
leading
Powell
everybody
has
by a
nothing to do
lot.
with rates.
Yeah. And that football is a game of yards.
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
up to
it's
the
not- it's-
Democrats.
I love
we
that
voted,
meme,
the
dude.
Republicans have voted 14 times
Dude, one of
to
them
open up
blew
the
up, got like
country,
100K
and the
views.
Democrats
Yeah,
have
I
voted
saw.
14 times to
It's
hurt
so
the country,
funny.
really. They should approve it, but
I
they
am.
might not.
So
That's why I like the
next month, I'm
that's why I like the
booking
fact
New
that we
York
terminate
trip
the
with my
filibuster. If we
girlfriend. So.
terminate
Hey,
the filibuster,
yeah,
the country will be
DM
open
me when
within
you're
10
here.
minutes after that
I will, I
termination,
will.
because we'll
We
take
can
the
do
second
a
vote,
live
which is the
mention
opening of the
trading
country,
stream.
and the Republicans
Yo,
will vote to
that'd be
open
fun,
the
that'd
country.
be fun.
That's one of the reasons, not the major reason, by the way.
How
I
do
think
we
it's less
research
important
mention
than
market,
the
Amir?
other
You
things
got to
that we
look
get.
at the
But if we terminate
transcripts.
the
You got to
filibuster,
feel for the
second
vibes.
vote that we will take will be to open up the country.
For
It'll
the
take
vibes
10
part,
minutes,
BMT has
and
an
the
8
country
ball.
will be open.
Yeah. Vibes part, I use a
Partisanship, because it seems like that's
I use a like
the
voodoo
main
witch
purpose
doctor.
of the filibuster is to create some
I'm
sort of
planning a stream
Yeah.
for that, dude,
Well,
to
it didn't
invite a
work,
fortune teller on.
obviously.
That'd be fun.
Yo,
right?
that's
That was-
genius.
that
That's
was-
hilarious.
Just throw a grand
That
on
didn't
it.
work.
So are you saying the next
Someone, I've seen videos like that, like where people do it with
Well, no,
stocks.
if there's
Yeah.
if the filibuster is
That's-
terminated,
that's
we
good.
will
That
have
might-
the most productive
That's funny.
3 years in the history of our country.
Yeah.
If the filibuster is not terminated,
That's
then
the
we will
Ouija
be
board.
in a slog with the Democrats, and very little for either party will be done. So it's a good thing. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow, they're wrapping it up.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, it's wrapped up.
I'm waiting. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Ooh, I didn't get
Wow,
anything. I was too
I feel like you
slow.
talked about America there. Oh,
Why
you're
am
trying
I
to
so
go for bonds.
slow? I was trying to bond things. I didn't get any. But dude, Trump speech. That was
Yeah.
a good ass Trump speech, man. I'm probably like, I'm looking like plus 700 at least.
Plus 400.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
Yeah.
Talk to me when you
Yeah.
learn to size up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good start.
My size.
Oh, Zito is
Listen, I
saying
turned
the
into, like-
inches rage bait is how he found my channel. See, it works.
Yeah, everything's bonded.
Dude, look at this. Varun comes on stream, profits 400 on this. We're looking at $700 profit on this speech. W, chat. W.
I miss. There's no like big events coming up. To be looking forward to.
I know it's hard for me to like keep up to date with like upcoming mention markets.
I mean, like no, like you know,
or-
like the big themes, like the mayoral election. There's nothing.
Right.
There's nothing really interesting coming up.
What do you mean, bro? We got a full slate of college football, NFL this weekend.
I'm not a sports guy.
I know, I'm not either. I'm just joking.
Dude, I'm sure. I wonder if like books are a market making year.
Yeah, I mean, didn't that one company say they're doing like a campaign where they're not a campaign, but they're gonna offload some of their risk on Kalshi? Like it was
Wow, they're just gonna be arbing it on Kalshi. their
yeah, pretty
lines.
much. Because I guess like sports books, right? Like they'll give you a line, and then usually if they get overweight one side, they'll either just take the
Because-
risk or they'll move lines. But I guess.
But now they could just go to another book, so that if anything, that Kalshi enables them to give worse lines.
Yeah, or just like in reality, it's just like it'll enable them to not have to move their lines, so they can keep them steady if they, and then it'll lower risk for the bookmakers because like, like typically they're like,
or like, oh, our trading infra is too slow. Just go arbit on Kalshi.
Yeah, like because they're never perfectly hedged, so you can hear in like earnings calls at DraftKings, FanDuel, they'll still risk with like.
Yeah, I used to actually on Polymarket before I ever took a position on a mention market when they were brand new and they got like a little surge of volume, and I used to just scalp the spread. That was how I started.
Oh, you would
I
just
go best
you would
bid.
just like market maker, like bid and ask.
Yeah, but I wasn't both sides. I would just go like best bid on things that I like in case I got stuck with it. I would go best bid, get filled, and then go list it at the ask and just over and over again.
Yeah, that's honestly not a bad strategy.
But I don't know with Kalshi trading on here. I don't know if you could really do that.
I think you can, dude. I've market made things before. Because I mean the spreads get pretty big.
Yeah, I mean I've tried to do it again, and it's like I don't have the same balls that I did back then when I was dumber.
Yeah.
Like,
Zito's
back
saying
then I
to
would...
load up for the Tennessee special election. What do we load up on, Zito? I don't follow politics.
What's the alpha? What's the alpha?
Yeah, what's the edge? What's the alpha? What's your play there? Are you from Texas?
Where's the election section? This is how you know I don't trade that much stuff.
Oh, this is good, dude. I can't believe I lost fucking 1,200 on that NFL game yesterday, dude. Like, I'm getting the worst variance on these NFL announcer markets. I should be up like 5K. It's crazy how much value I'm getting. I'm just going to crash out.
My strat is to wait till you're too scared to buy inches and then buy it.
Then just load the fuck up, dude. I'm going to load up like... So I'm gonna make... Here's what my plan is. I'm going to make an edit of inch no hype, and it's going to show me like clips of me losing like $1,000 every night on inch no. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna throw in Rocky in there saying like it's not about how hard you can hit, you gotta get back up, and then I'm gonna lock in with like 5K shares.
I think I see you here on the book for the next game, but I'm not gonna dox you.
That is me on the book potentially. I'm not on the inch strike. I'm on the I'll
okay. No, I thought
I'll publicize.
No, if it was inch, it would be 3K shares, not 1K.
Yeah.
Oh, but I do see you on face mask. Okay. No, never mind.
Ben is asking, what's the benefit of Kalshi versus Polymarket? I mean, for me, on mentions, Kalshi has deeper liquidity and more markets, and I trade mostly mentions. And then also,
I do still trade Poly because of the airdrop. I mean, I don't know, but could be something if you get a nice airdrop.
I'm also in the U.S., so like when I file taxes, it's like for obvious reasons.
I didn't even. Well, I'm not gonna dox myself. I don't know if you're supposed to or not for Kalshi.
IRS. I'm gonna dial that in.
Yeah, I'm 22. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, DM me when you want to file your taxes. I'll help you.
Right. Actually, you know what? I might have to do that because I probably need to do that. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably cooked on that. I probably am paying interest on that.
Zito is saying Van Epps 0 to 5, 5 to 10 for Tennessee 7 margin. Interesting.
Oh, margin markets are hard until during the election.
So that's like 60 cents right now. So it's pricing on. Maybe you can get in with like 50, 55. Yeah, I'll try to research this. I'll talk to Ben. Maybe Ben will look at this. He's my elections quant.
Elections quant.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Varun. Let me know when you're in New York.
I will.
I'm going to be looking at the Biden. Apparently there's a Biden mention later this week. Or later today. I haven't looked at yet. But there's also Hegseth, which I got to look at.
Oh, are you looking at that?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I got to lock in. I lost 1,200 on the NFL announcer market yesterday, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to lock the fuck in. I got so unlucky. I got to make my profits back.
Damn, Hegseth was scheduled for 7. I guess they probably messed it up. Okay. I gotta look at this too.
All right. I'll talk to you. See ya.
I'll see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, another successful mention market stream. We came out ahead. $700 on this mention. You watched this live. We accumulated some good shares that we were posting about. Lock in. We got more mentions coming up. We'll be live again shortly. Maybe another stream later today. Definitely a stream Sunday. We're doing a big interview with Grande Top 10, one of the best culture traders. Lock in, guys.